Told you. I told you. NVOS, I told you it was going to drop. It was overbought and with no news. Everybody, I went on the boards and I said, you know what? I might have sold it a day early, but guess what? I took my gain and I'm safe. I don't have to sit there and worry about it. I noticed that the board was extra bullish. I knew that there was way too many bulls, perma bulls everywhere. There was no, you couldn't go on the board without saying a thing. And remember, I said I took a few days after I sold. I got in other things that ran like crazy. I've been killing it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to NVOS, shall we? I was on the boards for 3 straight days telling you this thing is going to go down. It's going to pull back at least to the middle band unless you get news. You didn't get the news. Friday's coming tomorrow. Smart money dumped and dumb money held. And when I went on the page and I was saying all this stuff on StockTwits, nobody wanted to listen. All they wanted to do was listen to the people that made them feel good. And that's what makes this page so much different is when I'm on boards telling people I sold, I have to deal with a lot of crap, but I'm doing it hoping that somebody's going to listen and be able to save their gains. Don't get sucked into the pump. I'm telling you. All these YouTubers are just going to tell you to buy and hold, and it doesn't matter if the stock's red, and if it's down 30%, I'm still up money, I'm still up money. It's not even a big deal. I don't even care. Why would I care about 30% off? It's not even, I don't even care. I don't care, I swear. That's what everybody sounds like. You sound pathetic. Getting those cheapies, huh? Well, you could have sold and bought back at 12. I had my alert set for 12 and they went ringing off. I was driving, unfortunately, so I couldn't take advantage. I would have just scalped it from 12 to 14, would have been fine. But, you know, it's okay. It's going back. It's going to settle now. It's going to come back down. It's going to come back to 11. News isn't coming anytime soon. I just realized they have more than a couple months to actually get the price up to 1, which I doubt is ever going to happen anyway. They're probably going to have to RS, to be honest with you, to get the price back over 1 so they don't get delisted. But they do have some time, and there will be trades available to make on NVOS in that meantime. But for right now, you wait for the dip. You sell it. Don't worry if it keeps going. I sold at 17.2, somewhere in that range. I had to watch it go to 2.1, but I don't care because I got in something else that went 100%, so I used that money and doubled it. Now I have a lot more money for when it does come back down to 11. I can buy 150,000 shares. Instead of sitting now being like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Should I sell now? Oh my God, I'm right at my average. I was just up 30% and I sat on my hands. Gosh darn it. And that's what everybody else is doing right now. They're pissed. That board is pissed. Why? Because they know they were wrong and they should have just listened to me, but they didn't because they chased the FOMO. They wanted to be part of a community, and look at where that gets you. Even one of my subscribers who I like, one of the, Jilly, who actually said to get into NVOS, and I watched it. I said my timing was perfect. I saw it breaking out. I got in, I got out. I even was bashing on the boards because, again, I'm trying to help my subscribers out, anybody that's there to listen. And she said she was disappointed. I knew that when you start to get disappointed in a stock or in somebody selling a stock, that's bad. That means that you're completely engulfed and married to that ticker. And that is a problem. You should never be disappointed in anything. You shouldn't care about anything. I don't care about what the company does. I don't care about where the company's going. I don't care about nothing. All I care about is that I seal a gain. I take it to the bank. I say, hey, how you do? And they say, what would you like to do? And I say, I'd like to make a deposit of $3,000. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. And that's what you have to learn to do in the market. Stop praying and hoping and believing and being disappointed when people sell. Follow them. Think about it. It's at resistance. There's no news that are out. The technicals are all smoking hot. It needs a pullback. That's all I was trying to say. And everybody called me a dumb dinky. And now look who's the dumb. Now you feel like crap and you're mad at me because I was right. And I used to be that guy. I used to be the one that held on for dear life. I would go up and then I'd crash back down. I'd end up selling for a loss and I'd be all over the boards like, you're mean. You're mean. That's what everybody's doing right now, seething through their teeth because they didn't listen. Well, hopefully next time you do, because I'm probably 25 for 25 now on drops. If I'm bearish on a board, you better get the hell out because I don't miss. I should be the shorter of the century, but cost to borrow, everything like that, my account's not big enough yet. Once I get my account up back over 100 grand, I'm going to be short God. Not only am I 5'7", considerably short in real life, but I'm going to be the shortest little trader that ever did exist. It's too easy. It's too easy. The money's too easy. That's why shorts make so much money, because it's too easy. I knew that. I should have sold it on the way up, which I did, and then I should have shorted it on the way down, which I didn't. But eventually I will, okay? And people get mad at the shorts. I get mad at the pumpers. I get mad at the people that you should get mad. The shorts are trying to warn you. Okay, the shorts are coming in and they're saying, this is too overbought, this isn't good. And nobody wants to hear that. They just, hey, can you rub my little dinky? Hey, pumpers, can you rub my little dinky and make me feel good, please? I just want to feel good about my investment. Keep doing what you're doing, keep losing gains, fine. I'm in, I'm out, my account's going like this. Now I have more money to invest. Everything looks good on this side of the fence because I'm trading like I should be, like I know to, and realizing that it's a recession bear market, you're not going to get the runs you used to. So make sure you pick your spots and sell it when you got it. Okay, so that's my little introduction for today. Let's jump into the charts right now. And by the way, obviously, this outfit is for you. My NVOS Permabulls. Sorry, should have listened. Didn't. Oh well, next time, huh? Next time. Now, of course, it's always the same song and dance. I don't even care. It's not even a big deal. What do you mean? I love these cheapies. Adding. Could have added a lot more, you dummy. You could have just do you. But you better start. If you're not taking gains, then you're not trading. And if you're not trading, you might as well quit. So we're going to jump into charts here. And we're going to start with FCGD. Now, this is one that I picked up at 4. I got 20 million shares, so it's definitely one of my largest holdings, which is great because it's currently above 4. Bid is building, it's swelling, it's getting bigger. It's over 100 million. The ask is about 100 million, so it's just gradually moving up. Tomorrow, I think we get a lot of volume. It might even be towards the end of the day. We shall see. Technicals, the MACD is a little bit hot, but if you actually zoom out and look at the previous run that happened about a year ago, the MACD was to the sky. This isn't even anything compared to that. So it has the chance to get hotter on the MACD. The RSI is over 50, which shows bullishness. Your volume wasn't huge today, but again, I think that with the bid swelling, 5s are going to get knocked down tomorrow, and we'll have to see what 6 looks like. There is a merger that's expected to happen on Monday. The company is silent, which is actually a good thing. Usually when they're talking about, oh, this is going to happen, it doesn't. Could there be a delay? Yes, of course, but I do think we're going to get a push into 6s tomorrow, and the fact that it's consolidating at each level, it's stair stepping up, and it's not over exhausted, it's not pushed too high, shows me, like, if this was at 8, I would be dumping. But because of the fact that it hasn't really run yet, there's a good chance that they actually come through on Monday. We're going to have to wait and see, but I do like FCGD. It's climbing the charts on most read on iHub, which I pay attention to. The more eyes, the better chances you're going to make money. You get in, you get out. We see what happens tomorrow. I do like this going through 5 and starting to tap on 6 in anticipation for Monday. Please, God, please make me win. Please, God, please make me win. Now, Veng is one that God, sometimes I think it's, oh, I'm dumb, huh? I should have made this smaller. Thank God I caught it now. Remember, computer genius, born in a computer lab. Basically, my first words were typed, and that's the one weird thing about me. And the other weird thing is I've never told a lie. I'm not able to, or I will turn to stone. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know that already. But if you don't, yes, when I was born, I was on the operating table. A spirit came to me and they said, "You mustn't lie, or you will die." And I haven't done it yet, so I'm not testing the waters. I'm not playing games. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never told no lie. What do I do here? Okay, yep. Yeah, see? Just genius, really. Didn't even know how to use a computer. Is this gonna work? In reality, I really didn't know how to use a computer for the longest time, but now I do. Okay, no, but what I want to do is I want to keep that image up, right? Yeah, I want to keep that image up. I want to drop it down a little bit. I want to bring it to behind me so you can see me clearly. I'm at the circus right now because I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious because, it is hilarious. Because I love being right, just like everybody else likes being right. But I just feel like I'm always right. When I'm bearish, I'm right. I mean, my track record speaks for itself. I've been doing this for 8 months and I haven't been wrong. I have not caught a drop and it didn't. I haven't. Not one time on this page. Because I've done this for a while. I know when the thing's going to get plummeted once you start hitting resistance and there's not enough volume to push it over, not enough news. Come on, guys, take a lesson. That should be good. Is my watermarks on? Yes. Because I literally hate the tediousness of actually going through and doing all the... I'm not doing the timestamps anymore. You can see it on the background. I'll try and make it a little bit more visible. But for now, you just got to live with what you got. Vengo contigo. Thank God I sold this, because I would be salty. Again, noticed it was trying to push above this, but it just wasn't getting it. There was volume, but there was a lot of selling. There was a lot of fake asks. Somebody knew something. That's why they were dumping. And it came out today that there was a promotional badge put on it. Now, they could literally do that with every single penny stock, what have you, but they don't. God only knows what's going behind the scenes here. Maybe the toxic lenders are part of a different clan. They don't like that. It's all a scam game. It's all corrupted. FINRA and all these, the SEC, they're all corruption. They're more corrupted. They are our government. They're pretty much just as corrupted as our government, which is the most corrupt government on the planet, by far, without question. I'm not even going to get into that because I probably will lose my monetization unless I'm just like, America the free is the best country. It's really sad. I'm not proud of it. Don't know why anybody would fight for it, but that's just me. So look, it pulled back down to this middle band. It loves that middle band. It returns to that middle band like a prodigal son coming back to the father to rake the leaves and to clean the yard and to tend to the flock. And that's what it did. It came back and it touched it. It kissed it. But I don't really like this with that promotional badge on it. I think it still might have room to fall. We'll have to see. Picking up $1 was a good swing trade today, but it is pulling back. Keep an eye on it. Maybe they get that badge lifted. But this thing has been, this whole drop was caused by going to gray sheets. They got off the gray sheets. It went up. Now it's got the badge and it's tanking. That's why you get in, you get out, you say adios, hasta luego, sayonara, ciao, bella, adios, amigo, goodbye. GFAI. GFAI. Look, you're getting these pops on these dead cat bounces, but you have to realize this is a dead cat bounce. When you get down here, you get, oh, wow, we get a big push off bottom, got lucky. Then once you start to get up here, you start to see weakness. You're up your 30 to 50 to 60%, whatever this was up. And I think it was up a significant amount. You were looking at, if you would have bought anywhere near the bottom, you're looking at, a double. You get out, you take your money. If you want to sell half, if you really believe it's going to keep going up, you sell half and you ride house money. That's how it's done. You never get sucked into it. You never marry it. Don't listen to the people on the boards. Don't listen to the pumpers because they'll steer you wrong every single time. Listen to me. Actually, better yet, listen to yourself. And if you're looking at it and you're like, I mean, this could keep going and everybody says it keeps going, but I'm up at 100%. There's other stocks that are running. Let me dump and let me get in something else because and if you wouldn't have, you'd be right back at your average and you'd be singing the same song with everybody else. Why did this happen? I just don't understand. Well, because it was up 100% on a dead cat bounce. And then it goes back to hell to live with the devil and all of his demons. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works. Now, it could be a good price down here. This seems to be a very, very long-term bottom. But I don't know. I mean, you just give it a shot. Do whatever you want. T-Glow. I think you're going to get a lot of pullbacks in these stocks. Yeah, it should be good, huh? Can you see this shit? T-Glow, you're going to get pullbacks in this, but keep an eye on ones that are dropping like this. The reason why I always check the reds is I always go change percentage right here, and it gives me a list, all my high. That's why it's kind of in this order here. It gives you ones that have run like crazy, Whoa. Whoa. No volume. No volume. See, don't pay attention. See, that's why you gotta like think of all these things. But either way, you go through your change percentage, you find the ones that have gotten slammed, you find the ones that have got some momentum, and you choose that way. Now, why I bring up Teglo is because this is a company that a lot of people seem to like, but it is dropping pretty significantly right now. 26% shaved off the top today. You got your middle band at 19. I would watch this, watch it come down, pick your spot, find out where your support is. Is there a gap here? I'm not sure. Would have to look deeper into this. But if you like this stock, let it come back down, find some stability, buy in, and then hopefully you get a dead cat bounce again up to that middle band that's respected like a young son to his abusive father that's kept in a cage and is only let out a couple times a year to eat Dinty Moore out of a can cold. And that's just the way that it is. There is no way around it. So you look for the drops, you get in, you get out on the pops, and it's that simple. You buy low, you sell high, and you keep it moving. You just keep doing it, keep going in and keep getting out. Don't get attached. Don't care. Be emotionless. Be cold as steel, cold as ice. Be rock solid like an ice cube that's been in the freezer for 15 years. Yo. Yo. Nice. I'm actually in the middle of shooting a video, so I'll call you right back. 4. Yeah. I'm like in the middle of a video. I'll call you back. I got people coming over for the Sixers game. My biz. DPLS. Now, this one's got some bullish momentum. It closed over 1. I really like this one for tomorrow. I think this thing is going to take the hell off, and I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it to break 1. Look, this is a perfect situation. You got the up, you got the down. Now you're breaking out. You break above, okay? You start to push above. Just the fact that it closed over 1 is very, 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 very bullish. I think I'm going to buy into this tomorrow because I like it, and I like it a lot. This is top picks for tomorrow without question. This thing is going to scream to the tune of 2 cents in my humble opinion. And I would love 100% right now. I would love to load. I would love to get that boat rocking. And I like this. Give me a dip in the morning and I'll say, hello, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm getting in this bad boy. Pay attention to that one. DPLS, looking good, looking hot. Set your sells for 2 cents or right below it, because that's where it's headed, folks. And Daddy do likey. Daddy do likey a lot. Now, this is your NVOS. Now, look, your techs were hot. You were above the top line on your RSI. Your MACD wasn't really crazy, but without news, you knew it was going to return to that middle band. You knew it was going to get respected like a fat chick respects her caretaker that goes and gets her chips in Burger King every single day. You're gonna do it. You're gonna sweat that caretaker because if they don't show up, you don't have food. You can't move, son. So it returned to it, and now let's see what happens. I think that with the lack of news, it's a Friday, it's a thin stock to the downside and to the upside, which is nice. But I think this comes back down. I think this comes back down to 11 and settles, okay? Now, you might get a little bit of a reversal here. Fine. I don't know. I actually said that I thought it was going to come back down to 14. It actually oversold down to 12. I think that because it oversold down to 12 with the lack of news and people being frustrated, they're going to want to get out. They're going to end up selling me their shares at the bottom that they bought 19, and that's why certain people win in the market and certain people lose. The dumb money holds the top. The smart money buys the bottom. Period. Done deal. I was right. You were wrong. Shut your mouth. Listen. Pay attention. If you're not going to, then follow all these pumpers and just live a life of demoralization. Live a life in the bottom of the ocean. Not even the bottom of the ocean. The bottom of the crevice. I forget what it's called, but it was in the movie Abyss where they just went down and lived with the aliens. There's aliens down there where you're at the bottom of the ocean. There's fish that look like electronics down there. I don't want to go down there, but you do apparently. So live there and just die, because that's what's going to happen to your account. It's going to die. It's going to die if you don't take gains. You either listen to me or you don't. I said this on my show, like my last video, while I was up at 21 cents. I said you either sell it or you're going to be pissed, and you didn't listen, and now you're mad at me. And you're not mad at the pumpers. It's cuckoo land. It's banana land. Hey, wake up. UFAB. This one went on a nut run. but then it got dumped on, and that's not goody. Nobody wants that. This thing, if you would have just randomly been in this, you would have made like damn near 700% in a day. If you wouldn't have sold, you'd be right back at your average. That's the importance of taking gains. But I think it is trying to fill this gap here down at 20. Set your alerts there. If it does come back down to there, that's the gap and the middle band. Get anywhere between 18 and 20. You're probably going to be in the money, and you're probably going to be feeling good. I would do it if I could, but I can't because I won't, and I never know. Enough. You're not little stock. No more rapping. And no more rhyming. But I do like this one, 18 to 20. Keep it on your watch list. Hit that bad boy with an alert. And when it hits, you go and you scoop and you don't think twice. SMX, got my eyes on it. This is the one that I took for 100% though. Gotta love it, gotta live it. And I sold all of it because what's his name showed up and I was like, oh, this is going to get slammed into the core of the earth. This is going to get slammed into the magma in the core of the earth. Now, it's coming back down to fill this gap in my humble opinion. I think it's coming down to 90. I think it might hang there for a day or two and then start to go up again. This reminds me a lot of ENZC. You had the pop, you had the drop, and then it just started on a very clean trajectory up. I do think that they want to close this gap. This company is very vocal. The CEO he wants to get the price up. I feel like you're at a very significant triple bottom pretty much in this range. You wait for it to break down to 90. You set your alert at 92. Then you scoop to my loo and not think twice. Remember, because if your alerts hit and they're set at the right place, you don't have to do too much thinking. You see the alert and you say, oh, I put it there for a reason, right? Okay, good. Bye. Period. Periato, Mr. Robato, Periato. Jagex. Missed this one. Missed it, and that's a sham. I had my eyes on this. I've been watching it, and I just didn't grab it. Huge volume today. Should have grabbed it, but I didn't. And that's okay. Sometimes you're going to miss some. But don't chase now. I'm not going to chase, but this could very well. I mean, look. This has room to run, folks. Now, the RSI likes to get halted up here. I don't know. I would look to grab once the RSI pulls back to 50. Hopefully, there's a rejection at $1. You bring it back a little bit. You bring it down a little bit, and then you get in because this thing looks like it wants to go. You got pinch bands. You got a lot of volume coming in that held up. The stock is finally looking a little bit healthy again. You're out of this rut. You're in. You're still very low. You get above 1. You hang above it. You keep the volume coming in. You might be looking at, I don't know. I mean, you might be looking at like $3 here, which could get feisty. I like Jagex. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. My neighbors hate me. My neighbors hate me, and I feel good. I feel good today. I feel good today because my trading is good. And that's all that matters. And that's all that matters. If I'm angry, that's because I suck at trading that day. And not today. Because today I feel good. Sorry. I won't do that again. I swear to God. This one looks pretty good. This thing was up big today, pulled back right below that middle band or right above it. Could keep going. Good volume. MACD looks sexual as hell. If I could insert myself into this chart, I would. RSI looks really good. Coming off bottom, huge vol. Let's see what it does tomorrow. It did pull back pretty hard. That could have been the profit taking that was needed. Consolidated around here. You get above that middle band, which it's holding up above it right now. 738 is the band. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep striving. You got to keep living. You can't start dying. BBRW volume out of nowhere. Volume going absolutely ching ching, bing bing. And this chart looks terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know exactly what's going on in the stock, but your technicals aren't even moving much. How much is this volume? 35 million, which is pretty significant. It's been pushing. It was up like 150. It doesn't look like it here, and I'm sorry about the chart, but I'll just go over it. I mean, this is pressing pretty hard. I think it's up like 200% in the past couple of days, which is really good. I don't know exactly what's coming out. Maybe there's a reverse split. It's a push into the reverse split. Maybe. Give me some info on this. John Petrie or something. Sorry, I probably butchered that. He's the one that brought it up to me. I actually saw this on my watch list yesterday, but give me some inside scoop on what's going on there. I like it, though. I mean, it seems to be in full command. VPLM. Now, this one has been consolidating very high, which is very good news. They're due to have something come out in the next probably month or so now. It's a lawsuit with Amazon that I think they're actually going to make it. It seems like it's holding here and wants to go. You start to break above 9, you start to break above 11, you could be on full go mode. This could be one of those stocks that really gets sent. So I'm setting my alerts for 10. I'm setting my, once it breaks 10, it looks like you're probably going to go. Decrease volume a little bit, but it's holding up pretty well. You want to see a little bit more consolidation in this range and then work its way up above 10, up above 11. You want to get that news that they settled, and hopefully it has the right reaction with the stock, which I think that it could be a massive thing. It depends on what the settlement amount is. If it is pump worthy, if it comes down, they're like, we get $1 billion from Amazon. See ya. Adios. It's going to run like crazy. And it could end up being the pick of the century. Like this could run to 30 cents, from here. And maybe not the pick of the century, but it could run very significantly and get a lot of eyes from the OTC. Moan. I don't know why you people love this stock so much. I really don't understand it. You got a little bit, you're kind of settling here. Just went through a reverse split. And now that you run a risk of this, you run a risk of them splitting, diluting, which is what a lot of companies do. Now I know on the boards, they're not going to tell you this. They're going to just tell you that, the cars are amazing and they're selling millions of cars and they have $1 billion deals with the Saudis. And it's all a pump piece. You got to just pray that they don't dilute for now. They let the price run a little bit and then they start hitting you with the dilution again. What I'm seeing is a very low amount of dilution. Why? Because it's kind of stabilizing here, which is good. If you start to break up, you start to get above 150, 160, you start to get some momentum, some more volume coming in, you might make it to $2. I would say if it starts to break 150, I would try and get in for 150 and sell it at $2. Remember, all these stocks can be traded. You don't care. You don't get involved. People in Moon have it in their alias. They go to the place. They do their little DD. You're doing too much. You're focused too hard. There's other things that are going to work out. This stock has been absolutely trashed. I mean, a year ago, it was over $1. They diluted it all the way down to 6 cents. They reverse split, even though they said that they weren't going to, and people remain bullish. It's unbelievable. It's because they're bagged. I get it. I know. I've been there. I'm not there much anymore because I'm not a bag boy. I never hold no bag, and I never tell no lie, and I am a computer engineer, but I'm telling you, do not get sucked into the hype. You can either listen to me or you don't. You can either love it or you can hate it. I don't care. It's not my account. Do with it as you please, but I'm telling you, when it goes up, you dump it. Because if you don't, they're going to start dumping, and you're going to go right back to your average, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I should have listened to the Peter Panny guy. AMC. When Moas. I should just be bullish on AMC. I should just say that this is the best stock ever. It's going to $1 trillion market cap without question. Everybody's going to see the Woman King. The doors, the lines are packed. Everybody's getting their popcorn and their sodas ready for the movies. But guess what? They just simply aren't. I live in LA. I live at LA, right near LA Live, right near the stadium where the Lakers play. And there's an AMC there that is never busy at all. Now, if the one's not busy in literally like the most hopping place in Hollywood area, where all the movies are pretty much made, then they're probably not popping much else anywhere. And Middle America definitely isn't going to see another superhero movie. And they're definitely not going to see Super Mario Bros. And they're definitely not going to see the Woman King. And they're definitely not going to see all these agenda-driven, feminist, just feminista bullcrap. They're not. Nobody wants to see that crap. It's because they don't even care about profit anymore. They don't. All they want to do is spread an agenda. Look at what they're doing with Bud Light, the whole thing, the whole fiasco. It's all the same. The Bud Light, they don't care about making money right now. All they care about spreading it. They knew that wasn't going to have a good effect on their client base. So why'd they do it? Because this gay crowd, chill, bro. I can't say too much. I wish I could, but I just can't. I got to stay quiet. I don't want to get demonetized. And by the way, Somebody said, "Oh, all your videos have ads on them." Live with it, because I got to make money somehow. I'm not just sitting here for no reason. I'm trying to help you guys out. Doing the most that I can. I'm making $40 a week, maybe, if I'm lucky, on YouTube. I got to put the. What do you think? You're just not gonna put ads up? I'm gonna get monetized and work my butt off for 8 months, and then just be like, "Oh, I don't want them to watch ads." Watch the ads. Watch them all the way through. Give me a break. What, are you kidding me? Don't take your bad trading out on me, because I know that's what it is. Hiru. Will Hiru be your hero? Will Hero be your hero? I'm not sure, but I do like this company. I do think that they actually have a product that actually works. Now, they've been beaten down from dilution, but I do like this W formation coming. You start to break above 2.5. You start to break above 3.1. You could see a run to 5. You could see it double from here easy. Put your alerts on 2.5. Watch for volume. Your technicals look fine, pretty much flatlined. You're getting a good W here. If you break above 25, then you close above in the 3s, like mid 3s, you could be going to 5 without question. And that's a very good return on your investment. You find anywhere else where you can make 100% in a stock, like in any type of investment, that type of ROI is not found anywhere but the market. And remember that when you're trading and you're up that much, just remember, that's like buying a house for 50 grand, whatever. You put 50 grand down, whatever. And then you sell it the next day for 100 grand. You're going to do that. You're not going to sit there and be like, nah, I'll wait. No. You're out of there. EPAS. Jeez, I mean, bullshit. Like, relax on that board. God, the pumpers are out of control, and that's all that people want to listen to. They don't want to listen to reason. They don't want to listen to wisdom. They just want to feel good. And if you're in the habit of feeling good in the market, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna never feel good. You're never gonna feel good, because you're just gonna get dumped on consistently. Now, this did have a good spike the other day. Now, your RSI has cooled off a little bit. Looks good, down to 50. You've been tapping this middle band, which looks good. If you're buying there, you're probably in a safe spot. You just want to see this start to flag. You want to see it start to press up. You want to start to see it close. Now, you're trying to break above this downtrend. If you get above that, you might be testing the highs. Anything is tradable. Keep your eyes on it. This one seems to be liked by a lot of people. You have the interest. You have the eyes. Steer clear of the bulls. Don't listen to a word they say. Pick your spots, buy them. Don't have FOMO, but try and grab it down here at around 6.9, 7.1, somewhere in that range. If it starts to break down, take your 10% loss, leave it, and don't look back. If you do start to buy there and accumulate there, and it starts to press up, watch to sell at the next point, which is 13.8. Know your supports, know your resistances, and trade them accordingly. Don't listen to a damn word that anybody says, or you will get murdered. Don't take tips is one of the most important things you could possibly do in the market. If you don't, you're going to get slammed. You're going to get murked. You're going to get slow thrashed. This is CNNA, getting some volume, getting a little bit of push, getting some interest. This thing might be ready to go soon. It's been consolidating down here for a while. You did get a little bit of a pullback today, but your RSI remains hot. Your MACD still looks pretty good. Your Bollinger Bands are pretty pinched, but they're starting to open up, which looks really good. You really just need a little bit of volume, maybe a little bit of news to keep pushing it. I would say you're going to want to buy 16 at that bottom band or middle band, and if you can get in there, great. Or you want to try and buy into the break at 2.5, somewhere in that range, and then hope for a push to 4.1, which is your next resistance. You buy on the resistance break, which is going to be around 2.5, and you sell at 4, and you don't think twice, and you don't listen. And you don't listen to anybody that says anything. You know your spots, you pick them, you execute. It's all about execution, a strategy. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be sad. You're going to be one sad little clown boy. FSR pulling back, flagging hard, keeping this flag going, ascending wedge in a way. Thought somebody was knocking at my door. Look, it came back and it filled this gap pretty much to a T. My friend's been trading this, making some money off my, I told him to sell up here. I told him to rebuy the gap. I told him to sell up here, and now it's starting to pull back again. So I've been able to call this one pretty well. I'm even better with these type of stocks because they're a little bit more easier to read because they actually follow a chart, where OTC is a little bit more risky. But this thing is flagging very well. If it does get above 6, you're looking at 8, 8.5, somewhere in that range. So keep your alerts set. You're going to set your alerts for 550 and 675. ENZC, this thing is heating up, a lot of volume, a lot of eyes. It's almost at the top of the most read boards. Had some very bullish news recently, obviously. Went up, came back, went up, came back, went up. Is it going to give it a little bit of another a leg? I'm not sure. You are a little bit extended, but still, you start to, if you zoom out on this chart, over time, if you just hold this, I would wait for a pullback given the fact that your RSI is completely smoked, but you are getting a lot of volume. The only way to keep a hot stock going is to have volume, period, to get through the flippers and through everybody else. But I would just wait for a pullback in this bad boy. You're looking at a pullback. I don't know, though. But you wait for the pullback, and if you buy this could be a long stock. I would say you get in a pullback, you might want to just hold it for a little while because it is breaking all kinds of resistances with volume. I do like that. I do like ENZC. Let's see what happens from here. Hopefully it stays bullish for you guys. The volume is keeping it that way. We shall see what happens. Shall we not? Shall we not? I think we shall. Good luck, guys. Good luck in that one. I like that one a lot. GMZP, absolute slashing. Reverse, inverse head and shoulders here. Should have known. Bought it here, sold it here, rebought here like a ding-dong dunk. And then it got slammed on my dome piece, and I couldn't sell because I don't have day trades for some reason. I even talked to E-Trade last night, and I came up with some dumbass reason. That's the only reason why I ever lose money, is because I buy something and something bad comes out and I can't sell it till the next day. Absolute. I want to beat somebody up when that happens, but there's nothing you can do. So now I'm playing smarter knowing that, and I'm not I'm buying at the low. I'm just playing the game. And GMZP, it's starting to show a little bit of stabilization down here. You might get a little bit of a push down here, back to 3.6. You're at 15. You got curling up on the MACD. You're very low on the RSI. You just need some volume. You just need some news. If the news comes at bottom, it's going to push you up maybe 100% from here, which daddy do likey a lot. And you can always you can always buy these beaten down stocks. You don't always have to catch bullish momentum, because sometimes that could be tricky. Sometimes you want to just buy and you want to wait. And when you get that spike, you get out right away. And if you were in it for a month, who cares? You had to wait a month to make that money, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you're not going to make money right the first day you buy something. You got to learn that. VTGN. Going with some subscriber picks here. Remember to comment what you like or what you... Okay, this thing looks pretty good. It does seem like it's bottoming out here. It had the drop. It had the pop. It's closing above the middle band. This thing has been consolidating in this range for quite some time. This thing could be ready to go. Your RSI is bullish above 50. Your MACD is pretty much flatline. Just needs volume. This thing looks like it tends to want to go on runs. Look at the last time this dipped and pushed up, just like kind of what it's doing here. It actually went on an extended run. This could be a long-term hold. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, to whoever did. Sorry, it's hard to keep track. But looking good to me. Looking good to me. Might break out here. Breakout watch. Breakout watch. SYTA, another subscriber pick. Again, pinch Bollinger Bands. This thing likes to go on short runs and get pulled back down, but your MACD looks incredible. You're about to break through the bullish line on your RSI. Your bands are pinched like hell. Where's your volume at? 1.2 million, not extremely high. Gonna need volume to come into this. I don't know if this gap was filled on this pop. It looks like it was. It literally just went up to fill that gap and then came back, like gap down the next day, which is incredible. But this thing looks like it's accumulating. It's starting to push. Now, this thing might, again, you might buy it tomorrow and you might have to wait a couple weeks or a couple days, what have you. But, everything looks good. This is when you buy. This is when it's silent and there's no pumpers on it and everybody's quiet. That's when you buy. You come in like a thief in the night. You grab shares from somebody who's, what's it called? What's the words I'm looking for? Disgruntled investor. You take their shares that are just sick of it, and then the price pumps, and you win. You're the winner. You're the champion. I like that one. Rev B, rev it up, baby, rev it up, B. Sorry, won't do it again. And if you unsubscribe because of what I just did, I will not hold it against you. Now, Rev B, okay, so it had a little bit of a drop today and popped back up. Really was attached to this middle band. It looks like it wants to do this W. You got a very good gap fill up here. You want to get going here. You want to get bullish here. Everything looks pretty good on the technicals. You're at a very low price right now. Would have been really nice to scoop up some what? Oh, wow. There was a chance to get in. What's the volume? Wait, zero volume? Was like one share traded today? You see, this is what you really got to pay attention to volume, because a lot of these charts, if you're looking at them and you don't pay attention to volume, I think this literally had zero volume. So it probably is a very, very thin stock with a very wide bid and ask spread. And one tap on the ask, one share, what have you, can actually send it up, 20%. But it actually it's coming out as 60% down. I just don't understand this one. I'm not sure I love this. Give me some more information on it if you're in it. What's going on? If I'm correct on the fact that it is thin, I just don't. These things are too risky. I don't like big, wide spreads where one sell could send it down 50% and one buy can send it up 50% without a lot of liquidity. Very, very risky. SFR, another subscriber, POC. This one tends to look, obviously, this one runs, pulls back. Now, you could be in a position where it's ready to go again. This one took a little bit longer, but you never know. Is news going to come out? What's coming up in the pipeline? This thing could just run out of nowhere. Again, another good stock to just hold and wait and accumulate, take gains from other things that might be running. Start to accumulate here, slow, nice and slow. Just accumulate on the bid until it runs and sell it almost the day it does. And that's a good trader, a very diligent, patient pays if you're buying down here. Now, I wouldn't be patient if I'm buying up here. I'd be trying to get in and get out for a scalp, and that's it. But if you're able to accumulate the bottom in a lot of these stocks, you can be patient, and it's going to pay off. AG. Silver. Love commodities right now along these lines. Loving silver, loving gold, even though the hidden hand of the Fed is coming in and they're trying to slam this down. They're trying to slam metals down because they don't like when they run, because they want the dollar to reign supreme. Everybody's trying to get off the dollar, which is probably going to be what starts our next war. Neither here nor there. But when it comes to metals, you like gold, you like silver, because eventually they're going to have to send these. This thing likes to go on mini runs. It's coming back down. Look for an entry down at these, at what would be basically a quadruple bottom. It's a very good store of value. It will go up eventually. Another stock that you can be long on and probably be okay, especially if you're buying at the lows. There's no reason for these stocks to be down here other than the fact that they are manipulated. If you want to talk about manipulation, every other stock, it's mostly dilution, what they're calling manipulation. It's just a wire, just like short squeeze and all that other crap. It's just crap. When we're talking about gold and when we're talking about silver, it's not crap. They are manipulated, and that's without question, because the government has its hands in it, and they are the most corrupt people on this planet. SETX. $10.88, looking good here. It does look like it wants to go. Now, you got to just get away from this bottom or middle band. You got to get above this 15 price, somewhere in that range, like $14. You don't want it to double top, but if you're going to buy this, it might be a good time. It might be ready to go. It's consolidated down here for long enough. You're starting to get a little bit of pushback, very low volume, $128,000, but it's at $10, so that's about $1.2 million. Your technicals look pretty good, pretty flatlined, hot on your RSI in a good way, above 50, which is bullish. You're just going to need some type of big volume day that's going to get it above this 14 marker and maybe send you on a blue sky breakout. Let us see, Bumblebee. Let us see, Jelly Bean. No, don't do it again. Zera. Went on a push today. This is one. Did I already go over this one? Probably not. Did I? Actually, I might have. Did I? Yes, I did. Thank God I caught that because if I reviewed it twice, I would have been just wasting my time. And great. Now I don't have to do that one, and I'm almost done. Sick, dude. I love almost being done. It just means that I'm like can do something else. This one got thrashed today. I do think that small caps are going to start to turn down. Your RSI is extremely oversold. You wait for these things to drop down a bit. You get in on the bottom and you sell it at the top. Or you sell someplace in between. It does it. Now, this is a new 52-week low here. Keep an eye on this one. Give it another couple of days. The market's about to go through a thrashing. I don't even know what they came out and bullcrapped everybody with the CPI numbers. I'm sure they're inflated. I'm sure they're just crap. They should be a lot lower. It should be 20, 30% inflation, but they're very dishonest. Trust me, we are not in a good economy right now, whether they want to, the talking heads on all these, scam TV shows, cable networks, we're not headed for a recession. We're in one. So that's why sometimes it's good to, I haven't really, I'm up 3,500 hours on the week. I still have to make the executed sell on FCGD eventually to actually lock in those gains. But I like being calm. I don't like being thrashed, especially when I know that the market is about to turn bearish. We've been a little bit bullish recently, but now we're about to turn bearish. That's a very good opportunity to come in and scoop the lows, but keep cash on the side. Don't be over investing. Don't be over trading. You don't want to get money from the market and then give it all the way back. You got to know when to hold it and when to fold it, when to sit on the sidelines and when to be involved. And again, don't be disappointed if a stock is going up and somebody's selling. Listen to them. Listen to the people that are bearish. Stop blocking them. If you keep blocking bears, you're just going to have this diluted vision of what this stock is supposed to do, and you're going to be hopeful. And I do not, and I will not, and I shall not trade on hope. So let that be the lesson today. Never, ever trade on hope, and you're probably going to be just fine. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Got to clean my apartment before my friends get here so I can get this game rolling. I don't really care about sports, but I am from Philadelphia and the Sixers are in it, so why not? It gives me something to do and gives me an excuse to have a good time with the boys. Later. But we're not going to be drinking Bud Light, I'll tell you that much. I don't even drink beer. Why? Because if I do, my face balloons like a gosh darn balloon.